Everybody wants to like bring up the trip for like PKA, but it's like, really? It's like I wasn't getting paid for the trip to PKA. I was hoping to get some of that PKA money to fix the air conditioner, but you know, most of my problems in life right now stem from PKA. For a large portion of my youth, Woody, Kyle, Lefty were all there every day of my life. You know, that part of my life's passed. Like, it's been almost 10 years since I've been on PKA. Like, not been on PKA, but since I got kicked off PKA. I got kicked off in February 2014. It's currently January 2023. So it's been almost 10 years since I was on PKA. People want me to go back on PKA, but I'm not that person anymore. I'm not the Geordie from PKA. One of the driest periods of my life was being on PKA around the time I got kicked off. It's like I said, like everybody wants me to go back on PKA. You're not getting the same Geordie on PKA. What happened to Woody? How often do I check the PKA subreddit? Not very often. Probably like once a week or some shit like that. Like I'm about to check it right now. I don't see anything on the PKA subreddit about happening to Woody. Oh, okay. Well, I know he's not dead. I mean, I briefly talked to him. What's lock and load? Lock and load is this fake like pill that makes you produce more semen. None of that shit works. That shit's all placebo. I seen on the PKA subreddit they had like they photoshopped Kyle's face onto like some girl like putting blush on Finster. Like it freaks me out every time I click on like a short that Finster's in, and it's like the voice is a dude, but the picture's a girl. It's like, okay, Kyle has the hots for Finster because of the way he reacts when he is on PKA. Mr. Medicare, like, you know where he went to get his information about me? It wasn't me. It was PKA. A bunch of guys that didn't even know me half the time. 1K PKA, you down? No. All over the PKA subreddit, people think, oh, I'm backing out the fight. The PKA to do a double sponsor. Do one for PKA and one for, like, lock and load.
What would they have to pay you, do you think? Like, for those spot in the trunks?
It's $2,500 a spot. I watched the clip where Taylor talked about him going on the dating website. And I think the reaction from the guys was terrible, right? Kyle pretty much said nothing. And then Woody asked how to hurt him financially. It's not like, are you doing okay, man? I'm sorry that your long-term relationship didn't work out. You know, it's fucked up that somebody wanted to cheat on you while you were there for them. You know, the whole thing. But like, no reaction. And then asking how it's affecting him, like, financially. I would totally do PKA here at my house, but the problem is like Kyle won't travel.
3 rounds in a row.
No, I doubt PKA is gonna happen, man. Highly doubt it's gonna happen because I helped build up the show, and they kicked me off and made all the money, and don't even want to kick me any money back for helping them make all that money. You sit around and watch somebody make $100,000 a year off something you helped build, and you get $0 of it. While I'm over here begging for $20 in donations.
Insertion in 10 seconds.
You can see why I'm not eager to go to a guest.
5 seconds.
Like, I was looking at PK reacting to my fight, and they came and like they said like he's not worried at all, he's not stressed out, which I was. I was concerned that I was about to come in here and lose this fight and get embarrassed by a 50-year-old man. 100% that was what was happening. But when I turn into Wings of Redemption, I'm Wings of Redemption. Like I'm cocky, I'm arrogant, charismatic. So I'm out of the loop with the Taylor marriage thing. And I'm talking about PKA Taylor here, not my sister. Did Taylor literally marry a girl to help her with her back, and as soon as her back got fixed, divorced him? Is that because that's the consensus? That's the till deer I'm getting.
That's how I got it. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Is that literally what happened?
I mean, they were going back and forth to like what I think it's called the Mayo Clinic, and I didn't hear about it for a while. And all of a sudden, he comes on, and is like, "Hey, I'm divorced." Like, oh, okay. Like you were talking about your wife like 6 months ago, not doing too well, or ex-wife, I should say.
Yeah. So essentially, like, she married him to get her back fixed, and some other dude blew her back out. No, first off, it was a podcast between a bunch of friends, and then one of the friends got sad, and his life was falling apart because he was going broke because his YouTube career was failing, and he's begging you to monetize the podcast, right?
Right.
To try to help him pay his fucking bills. And he does things to try to make himself happy, like going to concerts and trying to get out the house and trying to get out of the place that got him sick. And you won't work with him. And it wasn't even that I wasn't missing shows. It's because like they wouldn't work with me at all. Like I'd be like, hey man, can we record on Friday instead of Thursday this week? I want to do something on Thursday. No, you got to go to work. I don't get paid for this.
It's unfair.
I don't get paid
That's
for
so
this.
unfair.
Like, I do this out of the kindness of my fucking heart at this point. I want to get paid for this. I would love to get paid for this, but I wasn't getting paid for this. You can say, like, oh, the little $200 here and there, I got paid from ads. I bet you I made less than $2,000 lifetime on PKA. 7 years I made less than $2,000.
That's so fucked.
To say it was a business, to put it to the point, Chiz has made 100 times more off PKA than I have.
I just did the math on that. That's only $24 a month for 7 years.
Yeah, well, regardless,
My God.
it's like not being reliable. Like missing 3 episodes. If you take every episode I missed, even the depression episodes, I'm still not the person that missed the most episodes in the first 176 things. Just because I missed 3 episodes in the span of like 4 months? No. They were upset.
It's terrible.
They were upset
Terrible.
that I didn't want to go fucking sit in the woods in the rain because they wouldn't make any concessions. And Chiz
That's,
made
like,
a video,
dangerous,
and people don't remember. Chiz made this stupid ass video. They all jumped on a bandwagon, and Chiz was going to be the person that replaced me. Y'all can thank me for like vetoing that and begging them not to replace me with Chiz. Did you see he's got the personality of like a wet fart? Yeah, he's out of jail.
FPS Russia.
Kid was my childhood.
Dude, that was so cool. Whenever you're like 11 or 12 and you watch him like
Kimbo A.
flow. Yeah.
The fun fact about FPS Russia, we started at playing Call of Duty 4 together. Like he would like pretend to be a Russian guy in game to people. And I'm like, you should so do like video game commentaries with that. And so we started doing that, and we shot a channel off. I'm a master compared to like Kyle. Like Kyle wants to claim master over Fallout, but the dude was casual as hell. You could take Kyle and go back through all the PKAs and just put only the bad shit right next to each other, and he'd have the same thing I'm having. Dude, Kyle can't play video games. I ain't worried about his ass. Kyle's gonna be out $3,400 in. Take for example, if you would like, let's take FPS Kyle for example. If all you showed was like the accusations of him killing like Keith, and then like show snippets of when he talked about like beating up LGBT people or like his friends beating up LGBT people, how is Kyle not still doing FPS Russia? Which I know why he's not doing it now, because he got that felony arrest.
He ain't got no kids, right?
That
What
he knows
generation?
about. I seen on the PKA subreddit they had like they photoshopped Kyle's face onto like some girl like putting blush on Finster. Kyle has the hots for Finster because of the way he reacts when he is on PKA.
It looks so much more adult than your posters you had when I first got here.
What poster did I have when I first got here?
You had the F Kyle one.
1K PKA, you down? No. I watched the clip where Taylor talked about him going on the dating website, and I think the reaction from the guys was terrible, right? Kyle pretty much said nothing, and then Woody asked how it hurt him financially. It's not like, are you doing okay, man? I'm sorry that your long-term relationship didn't work out. You know, it's fucked up that somebody wanted to cheat on you while you were there for them. You know, the whole thing. But, like, no reaction, and then asking how it's affecting him, like, financially. Love Your Wings. Kyle needs to stop watching TV and do things in real life like you. You have to do things to be entertaining. Like, because, like, you got to be constantly be changing or adjusting your life. I would totally do PKA here at my house. But the problem is like Kyle won't travel. Because I helped build up the show, and they kicked me off and made all the money. And don't even want to kick me any money back for helping them make all that money. You sit around and watch somebody make $100,000 a year off something you helped build, and you get $0 of it. While I'm over here begging for $20 in donations.
Insertion in 10 seconds.
You can see why I'm not eager to go to a
5
guest.
seconds.